Navigating the complex AI regulations in the UAE can make or break your business. With the UAE aiming to become a global leader in artificial intelligence by 2031, understanding these laws is critical. Dr. Shuq Hussein, an expert in AI and technology law, has seen countless businesses struggle with compliance, risking hefty fines and operational setbacks. So in this video, we'll break down the key AI regulations you need to know, show you how to ensure your business is fully compliant, and share strategies to leverage these laws for your competitive advantage.
In the beginning, I want to introduce myself. I am Dr. Shuq Hussein from Law College. I have PhD in civil law from Sharjah University, and currently I am make another PhD in information technology law from Edinburgh University in UK. I have many experience in teaching, and also I work on a several project related to the AI and technology and law. The first project is the law and policy of autonomous vehicle, and I'm working in Sharjah in University of Dubai, and I work on one project related to the legal personality for autonomous robot in Sharjah University, and another project related to the legal challenges of the virtual reality here in the UAE. This is a project is collaboration with Ministry of Industry and Advanced Technology and Ministry of Justice, Ministry also with the RTA Road Transportation Authority and the Dubai Police. The outcomes of this is a project. I published several papers related to the law and information technology in Scopus Index Q1 and Q2 journal. We know the UAE of industrial intelligence and aim to become a leader and a global leader for the artificial intelligence. Also, to achieve this is strategy, the UAE put it several strategy and several plan to achieve this is plan. The first time is the UAE strategy for artificial intelligence 2030. This is a strategy launched in 2017. This strategy aims to position the UAE as a leader national in the different subjects like transportation and developing AI talent and others. They issued a new artificial intelligence guidelines for the ethical. The UAE government has introduced ethical guidelines to ensure that the responsibility for the AI, and this is focusing on fairnesses, transparency, privacy, and liability, and accountable for the AI. Also, the AI legislation and data protection. Here in the UAE, there is comprehensive law about the data protection, how we can protect the consumer data, how we collected this data and processing and storing this data. I think the data protection law here in the UAE is in line with the global standard for the data protection and in line with the data protection law in the European Union GDPR. Also, there is very important things here is the AI lab and regulation sandbox. Here in Dubai the UAE has established a new lab for AI regulation sandbox. This is a partnership with Dubai Future Foundation. This is established in 2019. The main aims for this is lab or regulation lab that if any company want to invest here in the UAE and there is no regulation regulate the AI application, this is a business, this is a company can propose to or recommended a new regulation or amendment for the current regulation or more classification for the current regulation. So this is very important for the business sector here. So this is the regulation lab, how it will be. The company can apply the regulation use case spring. Then this is application can transforming to the UAE cabinet to take approval. Then after the discussion, this is regulation or recommendation can take the license to work here in the UAE. This is briefly about the step. In the beginning, we should the organization apply. This is the company file, the name of the company, and the age of this is company. So they should select it if it is 0 to 1. This is the industrial. What is the technology that will relate to this company, and what is the type of AI application which work on it. The primary market located. The target of this is if your service, if it is business to business, if it is business to the consumer or business to the government. So you should select it here. Is it is the UAE based company or not? Then the personal information for the person. Then you can continuously go to the next step. The next step is the more details about your company, more details about your recommendation for the new law or the innovation solution for the AI application. You should enter the description, your innovation solution here. Then you should description your innovation solution. And what is the key changes for the regulation? Maybe you need a new law for the AI application. Maybe this is application which you work on it in the UAE. There is the zinc law. There is no regulated under the UAE law. So you can ask for the new law, or you can ask for more classification for the current law, or you can ask about amendment for the existing law here in the UAE. And you should explain how this solution will affect on the UAE legislation in general, and how this is innovation solution will affect in your business, and how it will be work in line with the Dubai strategy or UAE strategy. And they should attach the risk management plan here. Then you can submit it your application. So this is very important for any businesses you want to set up here in the UAE, and there is no legislation that cover the AI application which will want to use it so they can go to the research lab. Also, this is table comparative between different countries for the legislation in concept of the liability, privacy, and legal personality. When we talk about the liability, that means we should give the safety for the consumer. If I guarantee the safety and the privacy for the consumer, it's easy to adopt any AI application here in the UAE or another country. So how we can solve the safety and the privacy under the law? By solving the liability and data protection, how we can protect their data. Liability for European Union, there is rules for the liability here in the European Union. But 3 months, the European Union was launches a new law for the AI Act, and this is a regulation focused on the product liability. So the strict product liability in the European Union. About the United States, there is different regulation in the federal level and in the status level. So when we talk about liability, it's also go to the product liability rules, strict liability in the United States. When you talk about the United Arab Emirates, there is some laws regarding to the AI applications, like autonomous vehicle, like flying taxi, like another application. It is launched the new laws for some AI application. But when we talk about the liability, they are referring the liability, the civil liability to the general rules of the civil transaction law. The civil transaction law, he cover all the liability issue in the UAE. For example, when we talk about the liability in autonomous vehicle, who is liable when vehicle causing harm for another person, we should, when we go to the Article 14 in the autonomous vehicle law here in Dubai, which is issued in 2023, that was about the civil liability. You should referring to the general rules in the civil transaction law, so that the civil transaction law he is cover all the liability issue in the United Arab Emirates. China as also has the civil code, and they addressing the AI liability under the strict liability for the producer. Japan also, United Kingdom, the same things. About the privacy here, the European Union has very important law. It's called GDPR, Data Protection Regulation. GDPR is in line with the global standards for how they can protect the consumer data, and how can protect this is data from, and how we can collect it. What is the guarantee for the consumer to their data from processing to their storage? Also, the United Arab Emirates has also comprehensive data protection law. This is law in line with the data is the GDPR. China has also personal information protection protection law, and the Japan also has the data protection law. I think this is country the same, related to the same standards of the data protection. The legal personality, this is very important here to addressing some of the problems in the liability and privacy. If the legal personality for autonomous robot, for example, if the legal personality here is to be the autonomous system, he is liable for its action. So when this is AI system or any AI application causing harm for another person, he should be liable and he should be paid. This is the compensation. So this is the idea of the legal personality. Until now, there is no regulation around the world had recognition of the AI personality. The first idea, the legal personality of autonomous system. Basically, for this is idea that in our society we have human beings like you and me and others. So this is a human beings have the legal personality and this is legal personality give them the capacity to hold the obligations and the rights. Maybe they can. This is natural person. They can work together and concluded an agreement. And through this is agreement, they're giving the legal personality for their working. So this is organized by business law as a legal personality for their business. Anything between this is two, it will call as tools or things related to the civil transaction law. So the AI, it's considered as a things or a tools here in the UAE. So anything related to the liability, they management as a things. So the European Union in the 2020, the European Union in the 2020, in the 2017, they recommended giving the legal personality for this as tools, and it will be as a natural person. So they can giving them some rights and they can hold some obligations. But another country, they recommended to giving the legal personality to the autonomous robot as a company, so that they can enter contract, they can own property, and they can be as a legal agency or another. So that this is the two idea for giving the legal personality for autonomous robot. The first one is as a natural person. The second idea is giving the legal personality as a company or as a legal entity. But the problem here is what is the potential benefit for giving the legal personality for autonomous robot? If anyone have any idea about that,
cost,
why?
cost saving.
How? Yeah, it's economic benefit, but how we can solve the cost? Do you think that this is the general aim? Yeah, for any country want to getting the legal personality for autonomous robot for the hacking the innovation, so that will affect in economic. Okay. There is another idea? You have idea? Okay. The potential benefit, I will skip this. Is okay. The main benefit here to getting the legal personality for autonomous robot, that basically when this is autonomous system make harm. Let's imagine this is autonomous system as autonomous vehicle. This is autonomous vehicle maybe sometime causing harm for another person. So who should be the compensation for this? Is the keeper for the carrier for the autonomous vehicle? Yeah. So when we getting the legal personality for autonomous system, that means the autonomous system, he should be the compensation from their financial disclosure. It can be there is yes. And also another benefit for getting the legal personality for autonomous system is control obligation. They can be a part of the contract, and in the end, it will be effect for the economic transaction in the end of it will help to integrate the economy. Yes. But here in the UAE, it let us to ask here, it is possible to giving the legal personality for autonomous system here in Dubai. Another country like European Union or other country, the law is sorry for that. Yes, basic on the common law. So it is different legal school. When we talk about the common law system, and in the UAE it is Islamic law system. So when we talk about it is to Islamic law system to take a legal personality for autonomous robots or not. When I make more research and publish 3 articles about that, I'm considered that no legal prevent legislation from getting the legal personality to the AI application if we need it here in the UAE, as evidenced by the legal personality already giving to the company and business. The Islamic law giving the legal personality for some company. So there is no problem to giving the same legal personality for the autonomous robot, so that we can giving this is a legal personality for autonomous robot, and they can give them the financial disclosures. They can pay the compensation for party. About the liability, we know the liability is a very complex problem when we talk about the AI applications. Here in the UAE, the liability is covered by the civil law, civil transaction law. When we go to the civil transaction law number 5, 1958, the chapter 3 talk about the harm. And this chapter was divided the liability to this is three sections. The first one is personal liability. Anyone causing harm for another, he should pay the compensation. This is a personal liability. The second one is personality for another person. The third one is liability for others, like the animals, building, and things. So when we talk about the liability, that the AI system, we can consider the AI liability under the liability of the things, because it is like a machine, and this is machine need care to need a specific care. This is the general rules for the civil transaction law. The first article is 282, which talk about the personal liability. Any person done to the another shall he pay the compensation. The article 313, which talk about the liability of for another personal action, which is called the vicarious liability. The article 316, which talk about the liability of the things. But sometimes when we ask about the autonomous system, sometimes they take decision without any human interpretation and independently autonomous. So who will be the keeper for this autonomous system when they take their decision without any human help? So who will be the keeper? For example, in the autonomous vehicle, when we talk about there is levels for the autonomy. So when we talk about the level 5, there is no driver inside the car. So just the car and the passenger. So who will be the carrier? Who will be the keeper here for the autonomous system? So I think this is article now. It's not enough to addressing the liability challenges for any AI system, because we need another articles, or we need amendment for this articles to can addressing the liability for the sum of AI application, which is autonomously So this is case study. I'm put it as an autonomous vehicle is a case study here. When we go to the law of number 9 to 2023 for autonomous operation Dubai, that the civil liability for damage compensation regarding to the article 14. This is article 14 referring to the civil liability to the general rules in civil transaction law. But when we go to the to the general rules for the civil transaction law, we say that sometime the carrier cannot expect the action for the autonomous system, so that how we can apply the exception from the article 353 of the commercial transaction law to this type of work. So the law gives some exception for the liability if the accident causing from the force majeure, or the third party act, or the passenger act. So the carrier here, it's not liable for the damages. This is the 5 levels of the autonomous vehicle. Where I think the general rules of the liability in civil transaction law can cover it from 0 to the 4 level. When we talk about the 5 level, will be faced some of the challenges to apply the same general of the civil transaction law here in the Dubai. So in my paper about the harmonizing liability to exploring the career responsibility, which will publish in next month in Law, Innovation and Technology Journal, I'm bringing.
Slowly to the end.
Yeah. 1 minute left. Okay. To achieve this is called the general principle to the civil will be applied, but at the same time, the UAE civil transaction law, how we can apply the unexpected action as a force majeure. So this is the criteria here. Put it some when I'm say the AV standard for SOTIF and safety and unexpected action to the ADSS system. I apply this is exception for the operation liability is the unexpected action feasible based on the system design or testing or another. If it is yes, so the carrier he is liable. So could the unexpected action has been prevented with the reasonable measure during the design and development? If the answer for this is yes, so this is the carrier. That means he is still liable. But it is the situation. It is not unexpected, and what is the situation beyond the control of those responsible for the ADS design operation and maintain. So, and this is things we can talk that the carrier he is liable for autonomous vehicle damage. Generally, about the privacy data protection in AI system, this is the last legal challenge of the autonomous system in the UAE. We know there's in the UAE comprehensive legislation about data protection law number 45 of 2021. This is in line with the global standards of the data protection. They give some guarantee for the consumer to protect their data from collected, processed, and the storage their data. This is the main principle of this is law. The Article 5, which talk about the personal data must be processed lawfully when the purposes limitation is collected and documentally with the consumer data minimization that only the necessary data which will be collected, and the storage limitation. Personal data should be storage for no longer than necessary for the process the data, and the controller he is liable for any action lawfully for this is data.